So I wanted to show you all my blueberry bush. It's awesome this time of year because it's all nice and red. We'll walk over here. We got a garden here, garden boxes all over the place that we're gonna maintain a little bit better next year because I built them this year and didn't have time. But this is my daughter Avery's nuke. She put a piece of styrofoam with some duct tape on it just to make it black, and she wanted a knob. But we're gonna take a peek and see what her hive looks like right now in the middle of winter. I guess it's the beginning of winter, but for them it's about as winter as it's gonna get until it snows. But that's what it looks like in the hive. They're all gonna be huddled together, all real close, shaking. You see the shaking going on. It's not exactly them doing like a waggle dance. They may be trying to tell other bees like where to get pollen, kind of like a waggle dance, but at this point they're more moving just to stay warm. You don't see a whole lot of workers coming through and putting anything in cells. They're just walking around trying to stay warm. So it's almost 60 today, so they're not exactly in a cluster. When they are, if I can get a picture out here I will, but that is what they look like inside of a hive. So close that back up. And we'll take a step back and you'll see our hives face southward. And then hers, you can tell the top is not fitting on correctly. I'll get with her and we'll come up with a solution, or maybe I'll just fix it. But she's got her makeshift feeder on there. She came up with an idea to feed her bees, and we're giving it a try. She made it herself. So all of this that you see, she made herself. I just kind of made sure it didn't fall apart when she was done. So that's why you see all those screws. It's almost overkill. And then she had a hole in the front that was going to be an entrance, and now is a vent hole. So not bad. She's got solid bottom board. She's got a feeder up there at the top, and then the top cover. She's trying to insulate the windows because we know from science that heat transfers through windows really well. If you walk up to your own windows in your house and lean against them during the winter, it's cold. So she's trying to insulate them there, and then she's taking pretty good precaution, I'd say. Just keep in mind when you're dealing with your bees, think about your house. They like theirs at 90 something degrees. If you like your house at 90 degrees, whatever you do in your house, do the same thing for them. We like a good 72, somewhere in there. So we're trying to keep them as warm as possible without doing full wraps, because in North Carolina, wrapping your hive maybe in the middle of winter is cool, but the whole time it's kind of overkill. But putting the insulation on the windows, a little bit of styrofoam, that'll help a bunch. And then if something else comes up, she'll have to learn the hard way and fix it. And that's how we're doing. We used to teach like, hey, preventative measures, but that didn't really sink in too well. So we're going with the hard lessons. That's all right. She did a great job painting the box. Her actual window door has the rest of that quote. And then she's got the two wolves on the back. And this side is also, I think it has a quote on the door too, but maybe it's just the rest of the trees. But I mean, if you're interested in any of her artwork, you can find it on Avari Acrylics on Instagram. And if you're interested in her doing something for you, you might just ask her. Yep. that's her hive all by itself over here. We do have plans to put up a couple more to the left and the right. If it's surrounded by plants next year, we'll be pretty happy. So, thanks for watching. More ramblings on the way.